So
I have to look over a lot to see.
you look so Sith Lord to me, and you don't have your light on, so it's like making your face look a little bit well, it looks reddish on mine, but I think that's because I have the dark mode, so my eyes don't die. Don't bleed or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but you look Sith Lord. Which reminds me, we're gonna be a couple of Sith people here coming up for Halloween.
Yes.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am Captain Phasma. I am.
I'm excited too. So we'll get pictures and do all the fun. Maybe I should get started instead of just,
I like all the fun stuff.
Just going off on tangent. We'll go off on a tangent after we intro.
We gotta hold off our tangents until later.
Fine, I think I've got it.
Don't tangentially go on a tangent.
Hello, today is stream number 380. I am Hazzie Soft. To my left is Nord, aka Nordic Monkey. Say hello to the stream.
Hello to the stream, Nord.
And today we're going to be playing some more Icewind Dale. We're going to be doing Heart of Winter. I think we have things a little bit more settled of like not going after the harpies first is what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to try and do the story before we do the other X-Pack.
So we'll see. We'll see. But my quest for finishing all the Forgotten Realms games continues. I've decided that's gonna be like my main goals. I want to play every single Forgotten Realms game, and I'm gonna try to stream all of it, except for some of it. I don't think I'll be able to. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it. There's one game that I saw, I can't remember the name of it, and it's on like Game Boy Advance, and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna go and try to find a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Like, I just know I'm not, because like I don't feel like getting a Game Boy Advance just to. I mean, I would love to have it, and I could play some old games, but like
it's emote only, by the way.
It should if you refresh, it shouldn't be.
Let me see.
Because I changed it earlier, I thought.
Oh, all right.
I'm a pro. So yeah, you should be able to chat in it. Like,
yeah, they kind of make some interesting rules about being able to emulate. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Unless there's some way to show it on stream. I guess I could put a camera on it, but that would be really. I don't know. Somebody's got to be doing stuff like that. Hey, Gannon, if you have emoji only, if you have emoji only chat, then I think you should be able to refresh it and be okay. How are you doing?
It still says emote only when I refresh.
Really?
It could be. I might be able to do it.
Give me a second here.
Because I'm a mod. So.
But I swear I pressed the button. I swear I did. Whatever. Maybe it didn't have it on like I thought it did. Watch, it should say in chat. Disable. I guess it was on. I think I turned it on when I thought I turned it off.
Well, you
should be able to refresh now, I hope.
you did hit the switch.
Hey, Gannon, it's good to see you. I did hit the switch, just I went the wrong way.
Yes.
Oops. I guess I didn't turn it on when I stopped last time like I thought I did.
I hope you're doing well today, Gannon.
Anyways, yeah, so, you know what? I think you owe, I found some things out last couple of days, and I think you owe Killer Whales a little bit of an apology. Yes, they're still they're kind of tough, and I found out that killer whales don't always eat seals, and the ones here in our area in the Sound actually have softer jaws, and so they can't eat any seals, and they can eat salmon. So that's mainly what they eat over here is salmon. They don't touch the seals. So I found that out, which Nord thought they just all of them eat seals. Yeah, some of them do. But I also found out that sometimes seals will gang up on whales when they're little whale, like baby whales, and they will try to attack and go after and eat the whales. So it like goes both ways. So I don't feel as bad. I mean, because like I feel like everybody saw that one documentary of a killer whale playing with a seal. And everybody would just decided that they're never gonna forgive
I
killer
don't
whales.
like how you're lumping me in with everybody here. I've been like this. Okay, I lived in Washington.
I know you're scared of killer whales. I know.
I lived in Washington most of my life. We have killer whales here, and I don't trust them because I don't know what they're selecting or how they're selecting what they eat. They'll eat other whales. They'll eat freaking.
There's never been an attack on humans by killer whales ever.
But we don't know why. We don't know why. Maybe it's because
You're just scared of the unknown.
Maybe they haven't gotten a taste yet. Like, I don't know the why. But they'll eat bears, they'll
so
eat
you're
other
letting
whales.
the fear consume you, Sith Lord Nord, right?
I'm concerned about the whale consuming me. But yes.
But there's never been an attack on any
fear
humans.
Consume you.
I'm just saying, we had a stream where we kind of all dogged on killer whales, and now I feel bad about it because
fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate.
And they do also kind of play with their food, but also when they do hunt seals, they were showing in Norway. We watched this documentary last night, and they do hunt seals, but they drug out the seal out to the ocean, and the grandmother didn't just kill it because he had grandchildren with her and she was trying to teach them how to hunt. And in order for them to learn, they had to have an actual seal there. I mean, what are they gonna do? Go get a robot seal and practice? That's not gonna happen.
Hey, listen again in here. Really? Listen, a killer whale broke into my house and knocked me unconscious and then proceeded to rob me blind. See? Hazzie's just part of big whale propaganda.
I mean, you know what though? Humans do it too. I'm just saying.
Oh no,
of course there's I'm sure there's asshole whales out there. There are asshole humans out there too. Seriously. Okay.
Anyways, I'm just saying I don't trust it.
You don't.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm
not as scared of them as I am of sharks. Like I would go swimming.
Yeah, I'm really scared of sharks. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I like sharks, but I don't want to be close to a shark. It's like with bears. I like bears, but I don't want to be close to bears. So I get that.
If I'm kayaking and there's whales in the area, I'm getting to shore if I can.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask you. I was like, how come you always want to go kayaking out in the sound? And I don't because of the whales. And it's not because I'm scared of whales killing me. I'm scared of whales accidentally capsizing my boat. That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the only reason,
But there's a law. You're supposed to stay 400 feet away or something like that. So, I avoid them, man.
Okay.
I would be okay with swimming around them probably, but I don't want to be in a boat by them.
I'm nervous about swimming by them because I don't know how strong of a swimmer I am, so I'm afraid something would happen because of that. I don't necessarily want to be on the water with them because it makes me nervous. But if it was a big boat, I would be okay with it. I would be less scared. But when you're in a kayak and you're right next to the water, I'm honestly scared of getting capsized. That's my.
We were talking about this and we were like, I wonder if it's because they recognize intelligence, which that's kind of like a whole thing itself.
I mean, if they came and robbed Ganon, they're pretty intelligent.
Yeah. Well, if they're around, I doubt sharks would be anywhere near. Yes, sharks are terrified.
Yeah.
Of killer whales.
Yeah.
So. See, that's the thing. That's why I was saying I'd be more comfortable swimming if I know they're around.
I think it's more likely that an octopus or octopi are gonna take over the planet than it is a whale. Whales don't have an easy way to for mobility on land, but
I was carjacked by an octopus.
Octopi are really
why we don't have a
really
Subaru
intelligent.
Anymore.
I love octopi. I think they're cool. They have straight up personalities and everything, and they look nothing like us. That's just it's weird to me. And they can also tell apart each specific person. They can pick favorite people. They've been known to escape laboratories that they are in. So I think they're super intelligent and way more likely to take over the planet or something. Probably run it better than
cephalopod overlords.
Probably run it better than some bipedal humans, in my opinion. So yeah. Okay, so we changed our about and Twitch, and I said, and because I wanted to change it to, we're gonna start focusing on trying to play every single that we can get our hands on, every single Forgotten Realms video game is gonna be, that's my goal. Like, I want to do it. So, but it's gonna be slow. It's not like we're not gonna play anything else, because like I can't do that. I mean, like, I can't do that. But I went and looked up a list of all the Forgotten Realms video games, and oh my gosh, I was very shocked. But Nord said he had talked to me about this, and I found out on GOG they have a crap ton of really old, like, Forgotten Realms games. Like, they have Demon's Stone.
I remember the Eye of the Beholder titles.
Yeah, so if you get the Forgotten Realms, the Archives Collection 1 on GOG, they have Eye of the Beholder, and you can get all of the Eye of the Beholder games. And this is from, like, it says 1991. I didn't even know there were Forgotten Realms video games at that time. I had no freaking idea. And Nord was saying, I told you about this. And I was like, no, I don't remember. He's like, I think when I found it out, he was like, I don't really want to do those because those are bad. And I'm like, I want to do them. I don't even care if they're bad. I think, is it the graphics, Nord, or is it just, do you think it's like bad game mechanics? Like,
it's been a long time. I just remember when Baldur's Gate came out, I was like, oh my god, this is so smooth. Things run so well, and yada yada yada. I don't know, man.
And you're like, never again will I play those crappy old games.
That's what I had done, yes.
But I don't know why, but I'm just like really interested in these old school games. I think it's because like at that time I wasn't playing, like in 91, I wasn't playing any video games.
I got really tired of the tunnel view. Like, you go down, turn right, down the cave, you keep going, and then there's...
So you must have... Were you really young when you played these? Because when they released, I was like 11 or 12.
I was never really young. I've always been this age.
No, I'm serious. Like, did you play them like a little ways after they came out, or did you like...
I know there was one for either the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And I played it on that.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe it was Super, maybe it was regular. Anyways, I played it on that. But like the other ones, I played them when my mom got a PC.
Yeah.
And
I don't think these graphics look that bad.
And she got a PC.
I don't know.
She got a PC for work in 1994. So
I don't even know if I think we might have had a PC by then. Do you remember those ones that they look beige and they're pretty blocky?
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon, hello. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. But
another day safe from Florida, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
And hopefully you're doing okay with the new baby. I hope you had a good weekend.
Happy Halloween Eve. Yes.
Yes.
Spooky season indeed.
Yeah, I can't wait for Halloween. We're going to take our kid out trick-or-treating. I would like to go other places too, but we haven't figured that out yet. But our kid is going to be Vader for Halloween. I'm going to be Captain Phasma, and Nord is going to be Kylo Ren.
Yep.
Like, we're just going to go out and...
Dark side it up.
Yeah, that's what's up. Something dark side. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do for Halloween. I'm actually really excited about it. I don't know why. Like, we have the costumes all ready to go, but I didn't, like, stop and think about it until, like, today. I was like, oh my god, we're going to go out and just, like, be total Dark Lords. Like, I'm just really excited. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. I'm supposed to take my kid out for, like, a Halloween dinner or something like that, too. So I'll have to figure out, like, what we're going to do. All I've got right now is trick-or-treating. So we'll see.
And then we got... Gabby's cards and comics.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There's a comic book store.
They always have a cool event going on. So
you know what's nice about the comic book store stuff that we're gonna be doing? The nice thing about it is
they know him.
I don't. I've been in Gabby's once, but okay. So Y'all, okay, some of y'all might
Social
know,
anxiety.
some of y'all might know, some of y'all might not know. I have, like, the reason I started streaming to begin with was I wanted to work on my social anxiety. It was really bad. It was, like, so bad I had a hard time playing with other people in World of Warcraft at one point. It was really, really bad. And going out and talking to people was really hard for me. It's still hard for me. And I don't know why, but, I have not been into Gabby's except for once, and it's because of social anxiety. I'm just like, no, I don't want to go in. That's okay. So I usually stay in the car if Nord is with me and the kid is with me, or I don't go. It's just, like, it's not that, like, I don't want to go as much as, like, it's just the social anxiety. I don't know why. I know it's stupid, but this is so, I don't know why, but the idea of, like, going in and then talking for some reason freaks me out. It might have been because I had one bad experience at one comic book shop that's, like, in the same area. I think that might be why. I don't know.
Well, they're a lot more smug downtown.
But I think I'll be able to go in this Halloween, which cross y'all's fingers because I don't make any promises, but I'll be wearing, like, a full-on headpiece and stuff, and they won't even know it's me. So I don't know why, but, like, hiding my face, I feel with the anonymity. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, see an enemy, whatever. Anyways, I don't know why, but it always makes me feel better. Like when COVID
because
happened,
there's a panorama.
yeah, well, when COVID happened and we had the mask, that helped me quite a bit. It's so weird. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because people can't, I don't know, read me, and it just makes me feel better. But I still had a problem with going into that comic book shop even with that. And so I was just kind of like, oh, what is it? But I think if I have my costume on and nobody knows it's me, I think I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable. So I can just go in really quick, and maybe no one will talk to me except for maybe say, like, oh, hey, I like your costume, and that's about it. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. Like,
yeah. So, I had to brave the world today. The baby had a doctor appointment. Well, I hope that went well. I hope you have only good news on that. Ganon knows what he has to do, but doesn't know if he has the strength to do it.
Yeah.
Brandon, I kind of get upset with the comic stores here in the city. They rarely sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh,
so this one
really?
that we're talking about is like a giant 2-story, like it's huge.
I think it might be the biggest comic book shop that I've seen. It's bigger than the one that we had in Spokane on the other side of the state.
And that was a very big one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
But this one's even bigger than that.
Yeah.
They have a whole second floor dedicated to like tabletop stuff.
Yeah.
Where people can all play.
Yeah.
And then they kind of have a warehouse portion. And then like on the main floor, they have everything devoted into large different sections, and they have a
coffee shop in there now, don't they?
Yep.
They put in a coffee shop.
They have a lounge for people that aren't really into it to hang out too.
The person
Like
who runs the store is
kids
really nice and cool, from what I understand. And she's always doing stuff for the community and everything like that. So it's like it's a really cool place. A lot of people like to go to and hang out at. I've just been like too scared, I guess, because I have stupid social anxiety. If it made sense, then I would be able to explain it, and I probably wouldn't have a social anxiety problem. But unfortunately, anxiety is like one of those things that doesn't necessarily make any sense, you know? So, like, what?
Irrational fears are irrational.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no
happens.
reason for me to like be like the way I am about it.
It's like me with the Orcas. I mean, after hearing about how Ganon got mugged, you know.
Like, poor Ganon.
Anyway, Brandon, yes, the baby appointment went well. We just need to change his milk again. Well, that's good. I'm really glad to hear that that your child is healthy. Always good.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking about. So I changed
The old school
the about thing. I don't know if you were here, Brandon, and I changed it around so that we're gonna be. Our goal is to play all of the Forgotten Realms titles, all the ones we can get our hands on, because I think some of them, realistically, I'm not gonna be able to play. Because, like I said, I think there's one game that's like on Game Boy Advance. I don't want to go out of my way to go get a Game Boy Advance and then try to find that game. That does not appeal to me. Like, I want it kind of easy within my reach. Like GOG, for example, finding out they had all these old school, like, games for Baldur's Gate.
GOG is pretty awesome for older games.
Yeah. Anyway, so I found 3 of these archives, but look at the second archive for Forgotten Realms. It's like a ton of freaking games. They have like Pool of Radiance, Curse of Azura Bonds, Hillsfar, Secret of the Silver Blades. Like, I don't know. Like, Nord's telling me a lot of these are like not. He doesn't like them, I guess. Or is it you're worried about the graphics?
Dude, or? I got spoiled on like the Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale titles that came out later. You know, that's.
Well, those are the ones we're gonna play first.
I don't know. So many of them were the tunnel. Like, you're traveling down a tunnel, whether it's in a castle or a cave or whatever. And I just got so sick and tired of that point of view. That's all.
But like, look, I mean, I think the graphics are cool.
Ganon, they gave me a lineup of killer whales downtown, but I had psychologically repressed its features, so it's still at large to this day!
You know, some whales can be assholes. That's how I feel about it. Just like people. I straight up feel that way about it. Anyways, I think the graphics look
knowing that about our whale, our local whales, and the sound though that they don't have strong enough jaws to eat seals, makes me kind of less concerned about them eating. You're like, ha ha ha, gummy all you want.
Statistically, they have never attacked a human being. Except for Ganon.
Dude.
except for Ganon.
Dude,
Ganon's the exception.
What? Okay, we watched the thing on them taking down a freaking elephant seal. Like, that's... I can't take down an elephant seal. It'd kick my ass.
I'm scared of elephant seals. Not scared of them eating me, but remember we saw elephant seals in California? And you got right next to one, but I was like 4 months pregnant or something like that, and I was like, nope.
She was like staying up the beach like
a good distance.
I
can waddle. There was no way I was going to run away if something were to happen, and I just was, no.
So I was kind of hanging out with them, and Hazzie's like, you go do that!
Look at this map, Nord. This old school, like, graphics looking map. Doesn't that appeal to you?
Yeah, I mean, some of them, the point of view is good.
See, if you want Nord to play a game with you, show him a map. He adores maps.
That's another thing, though. That's another thing, though. A lot of these are not multiplayer.
That's true. They're not multiplayer.
So...
But... That's true. We could get 2. It's really, the archives are like really cheap. Like this one's like $10, and it's like a ton of games in one thing.
No, you should definitely load up. I mean, there's better versions of the titles out there. There's some that have the kind of view that Shining Force and Phantasy Star had in their games that were released back in the day. So, you know.
But I didn't even know
you might appreciate the Might and Magic series, Nord. Might be worth checking out one day. I played I haven't played some of them. They've got like a more recent release. I think the last Might and Magic that I played came out in like 2013. Anyways, I'd have to take a look. But I have played a lot of the Might and Magic. And then Disciples has had a new release recently.
Yeah, he's always talked about Disciples. I don't know anything about it.
I really liked Disciples. I thought it was fantastic, kind of in the same vein.
There was also another release that was new that came out that I think you had played before.
King's Bounty.
King's Bounty, yeah.
King's Bounty had a new release, and I had played a shit ton of the old King's Bounties. Brandon, I am a Phantasy Star Online fan. Finger guns.
Phantasy Star.
Finger guns for Brandon.
Looks good.
Good choice.
But I don't know why, but I like the look of these old school games. This is what I'm really looking forward to because, like, I adore Dritz and Dritz's story. But the archives for the third collection of these games, it's only 2. It's Dungeon Hack and Menzo Baranzan. That's Dritz! And this is, like, one of the books I think that we has this exact same...
Has that cover on it.
Yeah, so I got all excited when I saw this. And it's only like $6. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I know it's old. Like I looked at it up. To me, it looks really cool. I don't know what it is about these older games, but something about the style like appeals to me. I don't know why.
I'll tell you this much.
I missed out on this stuff.
In a lot of these older ones, you do have to worry about traps, so they do make rogues more useful.
Oh, really?
I'll say that much.
Okay. Well, I mean. I don't know exactly how we're going to play, because these, I'm pretty sure, are single player. So I think that maybe what
you
we
could
can
be playing one screen and I can be playing another.
Yeah.
That's something else possible.
Yeah, and then that way, if like I need help, I can ask you, or vice versa. But you don't ever need my help because you're better gamer than me.
Oh,
So
whatever.
But I can look stuff up for you. I can.
No,
do that.
I'm just more willing to pound my head through a brick wall till I get to the other side.
But
It's because I spent more time in the military than you. You
I
were
think
like,
that's what
"This
it
is stupid. I need out of
This
this."
is stupid.
And I was
I'm
like,
out here.
I'm gonna do stupid until it's right.
I mean, it kind of did happen. I did like leave right away. Okay, so I just made like a whole big list. So these are like all the Forgotten Realms titles, and then underneath it, I even put like they're kind of related, but they're not Forgotten Realms. It's because it's just
It's connected.
yeah, it's connected, whether it's because of the developers or whatever. So those I'm thinking we'll get to eventually, or maybe we will play one of these like in between playing all the Forgotten Realms games is kind of what I'm thinking.
A hell of a list.
But yeah, we're almost done, I hope.
I salute your ambition.
Hopefully we can get through Icewind Dale, and then I will cross this now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up a link down underneath in the panel section, and that way as we get through each one we'll cross it out. This is not a list where it's like we're not gonna do it one after the other and that's all we're gonna do for stream. We're still gonna play other games. It's just, you know how I like to have a main game to continuously focus on, and then I might take a break, play another game the next day or whatever. It's just, that's kind of the line of what I'm thinking for the future, because I really want to play all the Forgotten Realms games
Forgotten
if
Realms
possible.
will not be forgotten.
He's not here. I just feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I found a game called Blood and Magic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an RTS, and I thought you might like that game, but I don't know where to get it. Like these right here that have question marks by it, I'm not sure even like where to find these games.
I already played it.
You played Blood and Magic?
Blood and Magic. You had basal golems that you could turn into the different creatures from the D&D world. When I did PvP in it, I did mass wraith spawn.
Okay.
Which wraiths were immune to physical damage unless you had like a +2 weapon or something. Yep. Yeah, I played it.
Is it something, do you think, okay, you know how I feel about RTS? RTS is making me kind of nervous. Is it something I could probably play or not?
Yeah.
Or do you think I would not like it?
I don't know if you'd like it, man.
Okay.
I've been trying to get you to play some RTSs.
You know me well, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, you liked the whatchamacallit? The Warhammer 40K one.
Yeah, I like
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War.
The original Dawn of War. And that was a fantastic RTS.
Did not know what I was doing, but I liked it.
Oh, lies. She got to the last level and then stopped and switched to a different game. Anyways, getting
what
that.
I switched to? I was probably playing WoW. I don't know.
Eh,
I don't remember.
I think it's because we were so busy with
working.
No, interruptions. We were so busy with the MMO, the Warhammer MMO.
Oh.
Because that's
because
why
when I started playing it, I think that was during that time when I started looking for a guild for Warhammer Online.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
I
so,
remember that now.
And so you were kind of like, I'm going to try some other
y'all.
Warhammer stuff, including Warhammer 40K, not just Warhammer Fantasy.
I think it was like
And then-
26. So it seems so long ago now. When I say 26, I'm like, damn. Like, I thought I was old at the time too, at 26. Like, I can't even believe that shit. Like, what? Like...
Anyways, you had played that, and you liked that one. I've been trying to get her to play like StarCraft 2 with me because you know how you can play together and control stuff, or other similar games. I really think you should be checking out Warhammer. What's the Total War Warhammer? Especially
I
with
played
especially
a little
with
bit of it. I didn't play much.
I'm just saying you should really get to checking it out.
We could play that
RTS
together.
is one of those things that like scares people off, but no,
scares me off.
they're not that hard. RTS games
mean-
are not that hard, especially once you start learning hotkeys. Once you start learning hotkeys, boom. It's easy.
I guess that's true. And I mean, I am a lot more flexible than I used to be when it comes to gaming as well, but I think that's because I've forced myself to play games I'm not used to as well. But so it might be okay. I mean, I am branching out.
Some of them play more MOBA-like too. Like Dawn of War 2 was very MOBA-like. Like you didn't have very many units. It was about the few units that you had and using their abilities and their cooldowns at good times.
Yeah. So anyways, I wanted to bring that up because it's kind of like what we're going to be focused on is those Forgotten Realms games.
Yes.
We're going to start out with the like newer releases, like what we're currently playing with Icewind Dale.
New stuff like Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff. We'll start out with all that, and then we'll go back, way back, and then we'll do those games. Is kind of what I'm thinking for now. But yeah, but this weekend, I played a game and was pleasantly surprised. It was Fallout 76. I haven't touched a Fallout game since like the first like top-down type game, and I really, really, really enjoyed myself. So I know Fallout 76 kind of gets a bad rap because when it started, it wasn't so good. But they had a like free week this week for an event or whatever. And like I played 10 hours straight of freaking Fallout 76,
which is about 5 times more than you normally do.
It was so good. I can't even believe how good. I kept sitting there thinking, I can't believe how good this game is. Like I think it was the story. It wasn't necessarily because there wasn't a whole hell of a lot for like combat or whatever. I mean, there was a little bit, but it's very basic. Like you can melee stuff down, or you can kind of shoot things down.
Because you were limited on your bullets.
Yeah, I'm trying to branch out towards doing more shooter type games, but it's gonna be third-person shooters what I'm sticking to. So that's
so you don't
the
get
reason.
Sick.
Yeah, that's the reason. Like I was like, well, Fallout 76 is having a free event. Maybe I'll check this out and see how I feel about it. It was so good. Like the story was good. The characters were interesting. Fuck, even the dead characters were in. Like there is this cook. I can't remember his name right now. I want to say it's Dilbert. Or maybe it was Delbert. I think it was Delbert. I really liked the cook is like, he was a religious person and he's like, why am I left? And he feels like he has to take care of the responders there and the people there and teach people how to cook. And the story was just so good. I became attached to this character who has since passed. And like, I think it's because I've been playing so much like New World. And I'll be honest,
New World has no story.
Well, it has story. It's just the story is not like, it does not, you can't connect to the story and the characters in the same way that I connected like with the story and the characters that I learned about in Fallout 76. Unfortunately, New World is kind of feels lacking there for me. Yeah. I think the thing that New World's getting me is like, it's the lizard brain. Everybody's going for their levels as quick as possible and skilling up and da-da-da. I think...
And the combat's pretty good in speed.
Yeah, the combat's not bad. It's not... I'm not saying New World's a bad game, but I, like, fell into Fallout's world in Fallout 76 and, like, didn't want to leave because it was just so much, like... It was so interesting, and I felt like... You know, when you get into those games where you just kind of feel like, I am in this world. I don't feel like I'm in... regular world. Do you know what I'm saying, Nord?
Yeah.
And that happened to me when I was playing it. Dude, and it was so good.
Fallout has such an amazing world. I'm really glad that you're enjoying that because for a long time, the Fallout world has probably been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, universe.
Anyways,
or gaming.
It's weird though, like right? Because like Fallout 76 is probably my like real Fallout game that I've like actually kind of gotten into.
You mean after I tried to get you into 3 in New Vegas and 4, and you're like,
no.
And then you go to Fallout 76.
Well, they had a free event, so I tried it out. I played 10 hours, and then after playing 10 hours and being like, this is so good, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the game. I need to have this game because I don't want to like stop playing. And then I bought Nord the game as well because of what Nord to come and play.
Play together.
Yeah, so I'm like really excited because like it's an old. I found that old game that's been out for a little while. I know it didn't do so well, but I really, really enjoyed myself, and I was like super shocked that it did as well as, or that it caught me as good as it did. Like I know, it was really, really good.
Me too, Nord, but I'm one of those sour purists. Yeah, no, it's a great world. They've done so much world building. I'm not trying to say world constantly, but no, it's fantastic. If you're into that, I really also recommend the Wasteland titles. They're fantastic as well. But I don't know. I've always been a fan of that. I really like the VATS system. Like, I think that shit's brilliant. I would like to see more of.
We have VATS in Fallout 76, but it's not the same thing
it's not the
as
same.
what you had. I mean, I saw you play Fallout, and yeah, it's definitely.
Well, it's so it kind of reminds me of the stuff in Mech Warrior, where you target different portions of a mech in order to debilitate enemies and stuff like that. Like, you take out somebody's legs, man, they're not getting to you quickly. Like,
yeah.
Like that's realistic. But like in so many shooters, it's like you have an HP bar that you're trying to chunk through. It's just like shooting in one spot doesn't make a difference, really. Although sometimes a headshot will give you extra damage or something. But it's like, I really like how they make that work.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan.
Anyways, so I'm gonna pull you into Fallout 76, but I think you'll like it. So
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna love it. I'm just really happy to see you fall in love with something that I've always enjoyed.
It's just funny because he was playing another game while I was playing Fallout 76, and he just kept laughing the whole entire time. He's like, I knew you'd like this. I knew you would like Fallout. Like, I don't know why you didn't play it sooner. The whole entire time he kept saying that.
Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. So now we're far enough that we can actually play
finally
together
do cooperative.
on
That is my one complaint about that game. Is like, I feel like you have to put in so much time to finally open up a cooperative.
Oh,
in Monster Hunter
so
Stories
much
2.
to open up cooperative on it. But, you know, hey, it's worth it, I hope. We'll find out.
Well, at the very least, there's like, they're adding like
get more water.
Stuff for cooperative play.
Yes.
So okay, when Nora gets back, we're gonna be talking about the other game that I had like a huge obsession, and I was only playing this on stream for a little while, is Crusader Kings 3. But it sounds like, so they've been like planning out this like royal court DLC. It sounds really cool. They're gonna be actually adding an actual court. There's gonna be more RPG aspects added into this like grand strategy game, which I'm really excited about because they're also going to add artifacts. So it's really cool. It's just going to add more to the story of your like leader and then family and all that. So I'm actually really excited about this. But unfortunately, the DLC has been pushed back and is not going to be released until 2022. So that's kind of the downside to that. Like, did you hear about that, Nor did you already know about this?
Yes, but I mean, I'm a big Hearts of Iron 4 fan, and that's coming out mid-November. So I'm like, hey, I'll be distracted. I'll be distracted by another Paradox world entirely.
I'm not a Hearts of Iron fan, but
she's not trying to conquer everything in a World War II time frame. I am.
Yeah, I don't really. Crusader Kings 3 just interests me more.
I'm actually
like
putting out that guide for
and...
South Africa here shortly too. So
okay, that's. I don't know enough about Hearts of Iron 4, and like I said, it's World War II, so I'm just not as interested in it. They had an update on cultures. I don't know if you know anything about that. That's why I was going to ask you if you know anything about that one, because I don't think I brought that even up.
We talked about it with Blaz on Discord a little while ago.
Well, this is updated today, it looks like, yeah.
But they're making it so that you can have combinations of cultures and all sorts of other stuff. They're really making it interesting.
That's
anyway,
cool.
You'll have to get in and play it to see it.
Oh, so they're adding things like, I didn't know they had this before. Xenophilic?
What?
It says your traditions can be xenophilic, hit and run tacticians, or expert artisans.
So they're bringing in a lot of Stellaris stuff.
That's what I was about to say. That's just like Stellaris.
Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah. Like, I kept saying that, like, with the things I love about Stellaris, I feel like they could fit right into K3.
And you were right.
I feel like what they're... Okay. So you can say whether if you get this feeling too. I feel like they're trying to take things and put them together from, like, Stellaris, Crusader Kings 3, and Victoria 3, and kind of trying to share the ideas between those 3 games for some reason. Is it just me, or does it seem like they're... Because, like, I think some people, they like all 3 of those games, but some of the ones like Hearts of Iron, they don't feel... Or even Europa, they don't feel the same. They don't feel the same as those 3 games. Those 3 games, they feel very similar. They're just like different time frames or places. You know what I mean? Like one space, like, you know.
So Victoria 1 and 2 are some of the hardest games to get into.
Yeah.
Like, learning curve is not a curve. It's a learning mountain chasm. And good luck. Anyways, because I played a lot of other Paradox games, I was able to figure it out. But a lot of people, they try those and they're like, fuck this. Anyways, Victoria had an amazing system based around pops. You had different types of portions of your population that you could do different things with. And then they brought that to Stellaris and made it easy to play. And it's just like, oh my god, this pop system is great.
Yeah.
And they're using that in Victoria 3. But it's really cool to see that they're kind of like, hey, we got some good ideas here, good ideas there.
I just feel like it makes the game more interesting.
I
don't know. I don't know why, but it makes me think of, I don't know if it's story-wise, it makes me think of Game of Thrones almost.
Oh, dude,
like with CK3,
CK3
Victoria 3
is Game of Thrones.
And Stellaris.
CK3 is more Game of Thrones than the HBO series.
but like
CK2's Game of Thrones mod, best Game of Thrones game ever made.
I think it's because it's like it's got that added like intrigue, and I don't know, like people vying for like different, you know,
you eliminating their whole family down to the last person.
Yeah, like people, it's got drama, people stabbing each other in the backs, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Stuff like that. But not just CK3, you can do that in Stellaris as well, only it's a little bit different because...
when they added the Intrigue expansion pack in Stellaris, they really ramped it up. I am a huge Paradox fan dating back to Europa 2, I think. And yeah, I'm just really impressed with how they're doing, especially how they're like finding the best elements of these games and
so it's saying the traditions are going to be kind of expensive to.
Yes.
So I mean that's good.
Yeah. Well, remember how I was like always with my religion? I was like, I'm going to make it so I could sacrifice people in order to get piety. It's just like you shouldn't be able to get that super easily.
You can replace your ethos. So the ethos they have stoic, bureaucratic, spiritual, courtly, and egalitarian. God, I cannot wait for this DLC.
But they did push it back to next year, you're saying, right?
Yeah. But it's worth. This is like makes it so so much more interesting.
Hey, 2022 has a reason for us to be happy about it.
Yeah.
Well, another reason.
Yeah. So...
Anyway, what's up next?
Other thing too, so some of y'all waiting for games to go on sale or whatever. It sounds like Steam's released their information of when their big sales are happening. 21. So the Steam Autumn Sale is happening on November 24th to the 30th, and then the Winter Sale is on December 22nd, January 5th.
So Black Friday time frame is going to be another time to load up on those games.
They're usually about the same time every year, but a lot of times people are like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And a lot of times it gets leaked, but this time it seems like they like released the information. So yeah, if there's like a game that you had your eye on that you're for it to be on sale and it hasn't been on sale in a little while, then I feel like in some ways I used to really like the sales, but like they have enough sales throughout the year that sometimes it doesn't matter. What I'm really hoping for is the games that have been expensive for a long time are like
actually dropped to like 50% or more off.
Yeah, like the ones that I've really been wanting.
Remember like Disco Elysium? Like
I don't want to get Disco Elysium until it's like maybe 15 to $20. But the cheapest I've seen is 23.
Yeah, so... I'm just saying like you're like it's a third off and you're like all right.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye, or some of like the newer titles that I haven't bought yet, I want them to be a lot cheaper. And that's why I'm kind of like waiting for, that's the only real reason I'm waiting for some sales, like because there's
Frugal gaming.
Yeah, I want to get a couple more like shooters to have in my library, since I'm starting to try to kind of play some more shooter-esque games, but I don't want to do first person shoot. So I have some ideas of some games. I actually just saw, so I know that doesn't have great reviews for whatever reason, but Gears 5.
You don't have to throw Yoda over it. Jeez. Baby Yoda does not deserve that treatment.
Baby Yoda's like, what? Gears 5? I hate it. But anyways, Gears 5, I guess, didn't review so well, or
no.
On Steam, it's like got mixed reviews and whatever. But I still want to play it because I played Gears Tactics when it first released. I don't think it was this year, maybe it was last year, but I really liked Gears Tactics. So I'm thinking maybe
the execution mechanic in Gears Tactics was so fun. Also,
Gears 5 has cooperative. And so I was like, maybe we should try out Gears 5 and see. I like the world. Please don't. Anyways, I think we could
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Yoda. Anyways,
your life is worth so much more.
I think his name is actually like Grogu.
Whatever.
What is the baby? What is Baby Yoda?
It's probably because I look like I'm on the dark side here, and he's just not.
It's Grogu. It's Grogu.
Whatever, Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
I want to say he played Doom 2016.
Oh God, no.
Okay, so the shooters that she can't do are first person, or the ones where you
want to see me throw up.
Hey, you better donate for like a big supply of Dramamine, because she's gonna get sick.
I have seen
like literally.
My son has been playing the very first Doom, and he's like, and I'm like, oh God, I can't even watch you play this thing. Like, there's no Doom happening here. Definitely no Quake. Doom and Quake are never going to happen. Unless you want to help out with the Dramamine. I don't know.
And the vomit bags.
I don't know. Maybe if lots of people had wanted to see me play and like get very sick, we could do it. But I will probably be sick for a lot of days. I had an ARPG this year, Gannon, like make me sick. I don't know if you were here, but we were playing what was it?
Inquisitor Martyr. Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Short title.
So it's an ARPG, but it doesn't have a fixed camera, and I went melee and kept whipping the camera around. I don't know why I did this. I just did out of instinct, and I got really freaking sick, and I think I was sick for like several days. Like,
yeah, you couldn't game anything.
I think I had a day off. I came back to stream and I was still like sick, and I had to make Nord like actually play a game, and I just couldn't.
Oh God!
I couldn't even be like at the computer. It was so bad. Like, it's really bad.
You had to make Nord play games.
Yeah. I had to force.
We got a rough relationship here, folks. Sometimes I just gotta play games. She makes me. I don't know how I survive.
I'm surprised you're still with me, making you play games and all, you know. But yeah, so I've gotten sick a couple times on stream, not with like first person shooters. Like, I was playing Witcher 3 last year or earlier.
Yeah,
this
when
year.
You had to do the swimming stuff.
Yeah, I had to keep going back under the
God.
water and into this boat, and because like you run out of breath.
Yeah.
So you have to hold your breath, go down, get what you can get, and then come back up, and then go back down, go back, you know. And I kept
or get a
doing
breathing potion or something.
I remember Durbin was here, and he was like, you don't look like you're feeling so well.
No, you were pale, and yeah, it wasn't going well for you. You're like,
like, I think people can tell when I think people can tell when I was sick, because when I was playing Warhammer, Thorn was like, you really don't look so good. Like, I think it's because, like, it's just the life starts draining from my face, or at least that's what it feels like. Like, I can't even explain it, but every time I get motion sickness, or I don't know, some people call it simulation sickness or simulator sickness. I don't know why. I've always gotten that.
I'm sure you'll handle VR really well.
We're not doing VR. Okay? I know that's like the big new thing is I would like to be able to do VR, but I just don't, until they like make it to the point where I wouldn't get motion sickness. I don't think. Maybe if it was like, if they had like a room that you go into rather than just putting it on your eyes, then maybe I wouldn't get motion sickness.
Gannon asked, are you prone to motion sickness? Like, do you get like that with amusement park rides?
Yes, I do. Yes, I get like that with amusement park rides. I can get like that with the car, depending on if we're like going.
She
like,
can't read while I'm driving.
Yeah, I can't read while he's driving. I don't get motion sickness if I'm driving. So that's nice. but otherwise, yeah, like I get motion sickness. Like, I get sick on a boat on a lake. So I'm pretty sure I don't know what the issue. I don't know why, but it's just kind of always been an issue. And honestly, I've been kind of jealous of people that don't get motion sickness, because y'all can play whatever the hell you want to play and then be fine. Also, it's funny because we were talking about this recently. I had a little bit of motion sickness when I was getting used to New World.
Yes.
I've even had a little bit of motion sickness when I've taken long breaks from WoW and come back, but then it eventually goes away. New World did the same thing to me, and then also Fallout 76. When I first started playing it, I had a little bit of motion sickness, but it was funny because I was like, I just can't stop. This is so good, but I'm kind of not feeling good. Do you remember that?
You pushed through.
Like, yeah, I pushed through, but thankfully it wasn't as bad as like The Witcher 3 or
oh my god,
or that other.
Yeah,
so,
I really wanted her to play Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr with me. Like, I was like getting all hyped up, and I've been playing the game quite a bit.
I'm sorry.
And then she got in, and she's like, ugh. I was just like, okay, this might not work. This might not work.
Well, I was shocked because it's an ARPG. I've never gotten sick off an ARPG.
It's the first time it's happened on an ARPG, because our first game that we played together was Diablo.
Yeah.
ARPG.
I never got sick.
We played the hell out of Grim Dawn together, and a number of other RPGs.
I think it's because I didn't have a fixed camera. I think it was me whipping the camera like around, because I'm playing melee, so I'm just whipping the camera everywhere. I think that's why, but otherwise I can't explain it.
Well, you also watched me play, and I wasn't playing melee, and you were like, I can't.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if I couldn't watch you.
I think it could be the lighting effects.
Yeah, it could be that. That's what I'm. Okay. Speaking of like ARPGs. There's this game called Lost Ark that looks freaking amazing to me.
It's looking good. Hopefully it's not super pay to win. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it's not super pay to win. But I am a little concerned about if this will make me get motion sickness or not. Lost Ark looks freaking amazing. The classes look cool. Animations look cool. It's like an ARPG MMO, which I've never seen like at this big before. You can have like 16 people do a raid. I watched Asmongold watching a video that he watched showing the people like raiding this big ass dragon or whatever they were.
Better than the Deathwing fight. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was better than the Deathwing fight. Anyways, it looks freaking amazing, but I'm concerned because there's a lot of flashing lights. It has a kind of fixed camera, so it's not like with Warhammer where you whip the camera around, but you can move the camera. There's like some small adjustments you can make with the camera, but it's not. You can't whip the camera everywhere. It's not fully adjustable. Yeah. So it looks like really cool to me. Yeah. Thorn was saying in Discord that she doesn't think this will be for her because of the camera angles, and that might be for the same issue for other people as well. But I think honestly, a fixed camera kind of helps me when it comes to motion sickness. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But the flashy lights might be an issue. I don't know. There's a lot of because the animations are just so bright, and I don't know.
I don't know. I think you'll be fine on that one.
I hope so. It's such a pretty game. I really want to play it.
Anyways,
they brought up some details on Lost Ark about beta. So I kind of just want to. Let me see, how much is it? I kind of want to read it, but I don't know if we should read it right now, or maybe we can just put it. I'll put it off and then save it for later or something like that. But yeah, the game is like looking really good. I guess it's either in closed beta right now or about to be. And I kind of wanted to see what it takes to be
to get in.
I kind of want it. I mean, I don't expect to get in or anything like that, and I don't know if I want to do the beta. I think it's because I saw the gameplay and I was like, oh my god, that looks so good. I think it's more like I want to play it right now rather than I actually want to be part of the beta, because I'd rather it like
you don't want to do the bug fixing work.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to decide, like, do I actually want to help with the bug fixing part, or do I want to actually wait for it to be like all like smoothed out? You know, I think
you'd probably want to wait for it.
Yeah, maybe.
There are some games you play the beta and then you're like, I already did this.
Actually, that's true. That's happened to me. I've played betas, and then when it releases, I'm tired of the game.
Like, so many of the people that we're playing New World with have done the content over and over and over and over again. And so they're like, I'm seeing this for the 50th time, and it's just like I'm glad. Okay, the content isn't that great in New World. It's really about like
it's the mechanics.
It's the mechanics that are good about it. But anyways, at least it's new to us. If we were seeing it for the whatever time,
might be bored with it.
I'm super bored.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else we got?
Okay, that's all I got. I guess if you want to, do you have? I thought you might have talked about something. Otherwise, I'm ready to jump in.
I can't remember shit. So let's go ahead with Heart of Winter.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and jump into Heart of Winter.